Hey, I'm Dallas Green from City Colour with Guitar.com, and this is My Guitars and Me. This is like my holy grail. This is a 1968 factory-ordered gold Gibson 355 that I coveted for years and years and years. It was at Chicago Music Exchange, and every time I'd go through on tour, I'd go there and it was up on the top shelf, and it was like I never even brought it down to play it. It was just up there, and I would look at it. And then in about 2015, I went there, and I just like took one like little, I didn't plug it in, and like I was like, fuck. And I left the store, and then we went to do this like radio show in Peoria, Illinois, and on the way we called the store, and I was like, if I come back tomorrow, I'll give you this much. Will you give it to me? And they were like, yes. And so I've had it ever since. It's my favorite guitar just because it's like a sign that I sort of like, I wanted it, and I finally found a place in my life where I could get it. In the right light, the checking on this guitar is just unbelievable. Like a lot of that was there. That's definitely my belt. You can see the original. This isn't, the only thing that's not original is this pick guard. It just starts to break away, right? For me, I love humbuckers, but I also love having that sort of semi-hollow thing where I can kind of use the feedback to my advantage, and it just kind of sings a little bit more than like a Les Paul or something. It's with me everywhere I go though, because it's just, I don't know. I just feel like it shouldn't be sitting in a closet, you know, it should be played. Well, this is a 65, which usually has a tortoiseshell pickguard, which we just changed to this gold one because the original pickguard was starting to crack and break and kind of pull the jack out. You can see this one's been through the ringer. I got this in, I want to say like 2008 or 9. There was something about these two pickups. It's so full of life, and so it can be gnarly as hell if you want it to be. I can get this guitar to do anything I want, you know, like it can be the cleanest, chimiest thing in the world, but then I can put a fuzz on and it turns into like just a howling beast, you know. My electric tone has always sort of been sat in this kind of mid-rangey world anyways, you know, and I'm not much of a solo player. So this guitar has taken the place of a lot of the songs that I would normally play acoustic on, you know, just because of what it can do. The neck on this thing has just been incredible. Yeah. And I don't even know how much of this I've done, you know, like it was old when I bought it, but I've had this at every City Colour show since I've been touring with this for probably 13, 14 years. For the most part, this guitar has been just rock solid since I've gotten it. So this is when I became a Martin ambassador forever ago, and they were like, yeah, we're going to build you a custom shop guitar. And I was like, how much is that going to cost? And they were like, we're just going to build you one. And I was like, fuck, okay. It kind of became a little bit daunting because I just sort of pick up guitars and play them, and if I like them, I like them. But I knew I wanted to do this shape. It's the 12 fret slope shoulder, almost like a mariachi style. I believe the sides and back are Brazilian rosewood because they still had some. And I think the top is spruce, but I could be completely wrong. It's cracked a couple of times. It's all kind of coming apart. You can see all the wear and tear here. You can actually really tell where I put my capos and play. All this beautiful inlay stuff is just like the stuff that I love. And like just, you know, that little beautiful binding. There's just something about this guitar that I just love how beefy it is. This has been every show, every City Colour show I have played since like 2011. I have used this guitar. I feel very like privileged that they were nice enough to build me one. But so for everybody who says, why don't you tour with your vintage Martin anymore? I'm touring with a Martin, and it's vintage now. I've been Dallas Green from City Colour, and this has been My Guitars and Me.